Welcome back to this hobby of ours. My name is Dee, and in today's episode, this is what we're getting into, so let's hit the deck and check it out. Suunto Core All Black, as worn by Denzel Washington in the Equalizer. Suunto is a fabulous brand making these wonderful little adventure watches for pretty affordable prices. We know that this is the watch worn by Denzel in the movie due to the unusual strap and these two lume dots on the bezel. And one really funny thing about the film is this stopwatch. The character in the film uses this stopwatch several times for key moments, and is super close up on it, you can't miss it. And it doesn't do that in real life. That is a no-can-do'sville. If you want to have a funny read, look up on the forums where a bunch of Suunto fans were writing Suunto and the film producers, and yeah, that is pure visual effects. It's a shame they can't modify the module to work like it did in the film, because that stopwatch feature at that size would be very useful. In the real watch, it is very tiny and right underneath the time itself. So the dimensions on this, it's a pretty big watch, but it's purpose built, so it's okay if it's a little bit on the large side. However, the strap, you're pretty much locked into this strap. It's around 30 millimeters. If you want to do something different, you know, it's just not conducive to strap changes. You'd have to get, they do make adapters, and you could swap on a 22 millimeter NATO strap, etc. if you wanted to. One thing I would consider upgrading is they sell these little plastic cover shield guards, just like you would have on a phone. And the screen on the Suunto, I don't know what the crystal is made of, but it's very large. And for $5 or $6, you can get basically a see-through sticker that would add some protection to it. So I do recommend, you know, what's $5 or $6 for it, right? Now we're going to take a trip to the upside down. Why? Because for once, the really cool watch that's in the movie is the most affordable in its peer group. One other really neat thing about the All Black is that it's got the easiest battery change I've ever seen. All you need is a nickel, and you put the nickel in that little slot, twist it off, and you drop in a new CR2032 battery. It's the same battery that you'll have in your, digital thermometers at home, or a key fob, anything like that. A very common battery. Next closest competitor, I also own this watch, the Casio Pro Trek. I eventually switched this to be my hiking watch. There's a few more features on it, and it's a little more rugged, if I'm being honest. And I got it pretty affordably too, and this is actually doubles as my travel watch, and so forth. This is a really great piece. Costs a little bit more than the Suunto. And then the next probable one is the Garmin Tactics Bravo line. There are a number of different watches in this line, and you're paying a premium because it's a little more feature rich, and there's more things you can do with the screen. And we're kind of foregoing the Casio DW5600 in this discussion, in as much as that is always going to be a fabulous cost option. But these watches kind of take it up a notch, and that's why the 5600 is not included here. The Shakedown. I bought mine for $80 used on eBay. The newer ones, better condition ones or whatever, near $150. You really can't beat that for $80. You can't beat that with a stick. The Pro Trek is somewhere between $180 to $275, and ultimately worth it. But quite a bit more in this price range. Lastly, this Garmin is going to be very pricey, $325 and up. Even in used condition, a good used condition. But you really can't go wrong with any of these three. They're all rugged, all purpose built, good for the outdoors. And I'd be surprised if you could find a better option out there for this type of watch in this price range. It's probably not gonna happen. So check one of these out and enjoy it. These are fabulous watches, and you really can't go wrong with any of them. Although Suunto Pro Trek, this is a review on the Suunto, and for $80 you can't beat it. Hope you enjoyed this little trip through this Equalizer watch lineup, And all right, we'll catch you in the next one. Take care.